Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and today what we have to go over is some Helldivers 2 news, and that factoring in more Xbox salt because, well, the fan base is really not having it. They're very, unapologetically insecure about the fact that Helldivers 2 is the next big viral thing when it is coming to gaming right now. It's just taking everything over. So there's been some great salt mining from this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, let's get to the Helldivers 2 specific salt that we've been farming the last couple days here. It's really been phenomenal. Let's start off here. IGN stating, of course, Helldivers 2 is hilarious, smartly designed, and intense, whether playing solo with a squad or other random Helldivers, or serving up a nice hot cup of liberty across the galaxy with buddies. First and foremost, I must say I put in some hours here. It is such a phenomenal game. I don't remember the last time that I've had that, like, I don't want to insinuate stuff, but had that hooked in feeling of like, hey, I can't stop playing this game. It's absolutely been phenomenal. Maybe stay tuned for a quick mini review or something like that in a future video because I think that a game like this truly deserves it. But that being said, as you can see at the bottom here, good old Boss Sean, one of the biggest laughingstock clowns on social media out there, takes the L's daily. If you know about him, you know. If you don't know about him, count your blessings. In other words, it's mid AF. Yes, because a viral game that is getting lots of praise and liked by everybody that's been putting their hands on it for the most part. Obviously, you're not going to have a 100% success rate across all users. We're going to have our own opinions, but stating it's mid-AF. The only thing mid-AF is probably your love life and probably what happened to you after a circumcision, sir. So, let's move on from there. We got a lot more Boss Sean to go over. Again, if you don't know him, count your blessings, but here we are to share the wealth here of salt. The game is mid, bro. 3 crying, laughing emojis. It's a AA version of Outriders with terrible graphics and bugs, literally. Graphics are phenomenal. There's a lot of bugs in the game, like a ton, because that's a faction. There's no other bugs in the game. Maybe 2 to 3 crashes overall. That's about it, personally speaking. Anyways, controls are janky, incorrect, and it's the most unsatisfying gameplay since Quantum Error. That's why the user scores reflect the game is mid. You run around killing insects. Laughing, crying emoji. There's so much wrong with that tweet, so much insecurity, so much misinformation on top of that as well. You want to talk about a buggy game? If you guys remember trying to play Outriders on launch, I know I did. I still have some streams a while ago. Could not get it going, could not get everybody playing. You could kind of play it solo, but if you want to play with buddies, good luck. That did not happen. And for what, 2-3 months? I mean, it pretty much was the nail in the coffin for the game. And the graphics in Helldivers is absolutely phenomenal. It's such a great game, especially with all the action going on when you're playing on extreme or harder difficulties. It's absolutely insane. Such a great game. But let's go on to, you almost think that this Starscream is the twin of Boss Sean here, but here we go with it flopped on PS5 because it can't even hit 100k CCU, which is bad, and this is on a Saturday night. Jim Ryan was right. Without COD, Sony would go bankrupt because they don't have the talent to compete. I mean, that speaks for itself. First of all, this is absolutely insane. He was absolutely incorrect because it hit well over 100k. We don't have the official word on the PlayStation side, but we get just as many users as the PC, and the PC, and I'll share with that here soon enough. It has over 1 million sales, a feat no Xbox game has had in years, Darkborn says, and he is correct. Evidence of 1 million sales. Oh wait, no evidence and you made it up. Poor virgin, hell crappers 2. Can't even hit 100k on PS5. Mega flop, no wonder Sony are dying. But we're the ones that's getting rid of our third parties and first party stuff going to other platforms, right, Starscream? And there was news out that it was admittedly well over 1 million+ players and sales between both the PlayStation 5 and the PC, and continuing to grow. So you're an idiot, obviously, and like to make up misinformation. This is why I do this, ladies and gentlemen, because you have morons like this that like to spread that FUD. So as long as you keep doing that, I'm going to continue being here and calling you out on your bullshit. So Anna Anson, another great individual here. Helldivers 2 took 7 years to make and it flopped. Actually, it took 8 years to make and it didn't flop. So PlayStation is trash. More like Xbox can't handle competing with Xbox going against PlayStation or Nintendo. Is that right? Is that why we're having a presentation that was finally announced, by the way, on Thursday? We'll see what happens there, but you know, keep your community from crumbling. And then again from Anna Anson. I am sorry to all PlayStation fans. I know you were so embarrassed by the failure of Helldivers 2, but you should blame PlayStation and trash studios like Naughty Dog. Can you see how much is wrong with these delusional individuals? It's absolutely insane. They failed to make a decent multiplayer game. They even canceled Factions 2, so it's okay that other studios on Microsoft canceled games like Scalebound and so on. But we're not going to go over the laundry list there. But if you were real gamers, you would call their failure out. Don't worry, I will do it for you. Again, worry about your Xbox camp because there's nothing wrong with Nintendo and or Sony, and I know I shouldn't bring Nintendo into this, but I just like to use the other platforms as everybody else is doing well. They're succeeding. They're doing what Xbox has not been able to do, which is compete and succeed in their own rights. More delusion, more FUD. And then we have here Beast of Truth, which everybody likes to call Bitch of Truth because that's what the leprechaun is. Xbox console exclusive Power World, after seeing Foam Stars and Helldivers 2 get no love from the same community that hated on it, but swore those games would be better. You know, keep that energy when Power World does come to other platforms after it reaches after early access, number one. Number two, again, you could say what you want about Foam Stars. I don't care. Anybody that was hyping that up beforehand, I even have to call out the PlayStation community here because I played the beta. I didn't think it was that great. Some people are actually enjoying it and to each their own. But I knew it was not going to be a great game, so I did not tout that. But again, if you're going to use Helldivers 2 with some clout and some stuff to pull away from, you're insane. The game is absolutely killing it and phenomenal. It is the talk of the town, overshadowing the talk, not saying that Power World can't or doesn't have great numbers or better numbers at times, but Helldivers 2 is the next viral sensation that quick. We're just into 2024 now, folks, and we have 2 viral video games going on, but, you know, he has to spin that narrative, so there you go. And as you can see here, we do have proof I wanted to share with y'all. We get a 74% plus rating on there from PC, which was way down because of the server issues. 190,000 people in the game on PC alone via the Steam chart. So that is pretty phenomenal. Just wanted to share that with you, show some context, actually show some truth without spreading that misinformation. Here we have everybody's Destina here. Destin, y'all, they said it's a special edition of the Xbox podcast. Now, this is outside the Helldivers portion here, but wanted to share a couple of these. What could go wrong? Then Bashan re-entering yet again, trying to play damage control. Stop with the doom and gloom stuff. It's getting tired. There's no doom and gloom. This is officially what is happening. We are... The latest in this, just an FYI, is that they are pretty much confirming the 3 that I don't give a crap about. Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, and Sea of Thieves coming later in 2024. I'll share more with you in a later video about that stuff, of course, and after Thursday, we're going to have to do something. But, you know, it's confirmed. 3 first-party games. Boom, boom, boom. You know? But tired of all the doom and gloom. You're the one spreading misinformation about your own insecurities, Boss Sean. Eagle Chopper. You're not one to talk, Drama Queen. You'll do 5 times worse for everything and anything with PlayStation, and that's very true, so I'm glad he stated that. But anyways, circling back over to Helldivers 2. So it is now PlayStation's biggest PC launch. And then, of course, we have good old Catfish themselves Andrea Piccinini, which is actually known as Joseph Cruz. If you know, you know. So if you follow Extension, that's who they really are. They're even having a secondary account going back to that because, you know, that's how it is. They don't get enough followers if they're not catfishing, so keep that in mind. But you spent months attacking Starfield, yes, attacking, and yet you brag about a game that can't even retain 100k players after 4 days of launch. A bunch of clown emojis. Yes, attacking Starfield. You want to talk about a mid-game, and some people enjoyed it. And again, different strokes for different folks, I understand that. But as a consensus, that game is mid. That game has a reflective user score, meta, you name it, all over the place. That's what you consider mid. And then let's throw this on up here from Insider Gaming stating this. Starfield fans hungry for more as player count drops by 97% on Steam. 97%? You want to talk about a mid-game. Now, I will stand by it. If Helldivers doesn't have that lasting appeal, you know what, Starfield released back in September, so you got November, December, January, February, so not even 4 full months, or just over 4 full months, and it drops 97% for a quoted by their fan base game of the generation. Who looks like an idiot now? I would expect Helldivers, if they keep continuing with content and other factions and other things to throw in there, it easily is going to have lasting power. That's when you do a games as a service, right? And I understand Starfield is not a games as a service, but the game was supposed to be so massive. It's supposed to be Skyrim in space. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. That's where the failures lie. This is what's hilarious. But yes, attacking Starfield, Joseph Cruz, no. They spoke the truth, and not every outlet's going to speak the truth all the time, but it is what it is. Cope, cry about it, and do what you want. Keep catfishing, whatever makes you feel better. So on top of that too, I just wanted to share a couple extra ones here outside of this here of Helldivers, and we'll circle back around one more time. But Xbox Curator, the individual that needs to go get help, we don't gotta wait much longer, but if Xbox gives up and goes full third party, I might just quit gaming. I have no desire to be price gouged by PlayStation. The only reason I'm excited about gaming was Xbox. Yes, because Xbox doesn't sell you games for the exact same price that PlayStation does at $70 for those AAA games, right? It doesn't happen. So what, now you're whining that because of Game Pass? Game Pass isn't going anywhere. If you want to utilize that, you can utilize that. Just because they're putting first-party games elsewhere, you're going to throw a fit and quit gaming. That is true mental illness right there. This is absolutely absurd. There is no price gouging, and God forbid you actually support your hobby and pay full price for your games of your hobby that you're so passionate about. Now, if you were just an average consumer, I can understand waiting for sales or taking advantage of deals, stuff like that. But if you were so passionate, what do you do to hobbies that you were passionate about? You support them, you dumbass. My gosh. So I hope everything does come true. I hope he does say see you later and he moves on to something else, because the gaming community does not need people like that in it. So Xbox, like I stated, they're talking about the podcast. It's a podcast. I don't know if it's going to be video based as well, but that is coming February 15th, which is this Thursday, right? We'll see what happens there. Now we have Joseph Cruz back in at it again. Keep all existing exclusives exclusive. Keep all future big, new, and existing IPs exclusive. Keep Bethesda and Activision single-player games exclusive. Bring Activision games to Game Pass. Believe in the console brand you have built, in all caps, yelling. Please, please, because they got nothing. This is why they're projecting, and they're upset at anything that's a success for PlayStation whatsoever. A lot of them don't view Nintendo as a competitor, so that's why they don't go after them as much. But this is another mental illness issue here. We all know Joseph Cruz has a lot of issues. They need to be heard, seen, felt, you name it. That's why they do the catfishing thing in general. They wrote an entire essay on Christmas Day, the year that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was out, because they were upset at the review scores that it got. It was unfair because it beat out one of their Xbox games. And they just didn't. I mean, this person, again, major mental illness here. If you follow them, I feel sorry for you. If you knowingly follow them and understand who and what they are, it's absurd. It's absurd. I don't know what else I can say about them, because they need to get help as well. It's just misinformation. Let's end here with Gaming Prophet NYC. Helldivers 2 servers is trashed with the garbage can emoji, but fanboys and the media cap for it anyway. So it has a meme that they may be self-made, realizing Helldivers 2 is shit, but you have to keep playing because it's Sony exclusive. So again, it's not trash. A lot of people cannot put it down as playing it. Nothing but praise from everywhere. I would maybe see if this was Foam Stars and it was a first-party game from PlayStation, then I could say, yeah, people were capping for that, because I'd throw my hands up and be like, this ain't my cup of tea. I don't know who says what in it, and I don't think the general consensus is everybody loves Foam Stars. For those that do, it isn't bashing you. Enjoy what you want, but is it a great game? I'm going to say no. I'm on record saying absolutely not. Is it serviceable? Probably. Is it the worst game ever? Is it Balan? The next Balan, Wonder World, or whatever the hell it was called. I don't remember even, because it's not relevant to me. No, it's not that bad, but it's not great, guys. Let's be honest. But it's just funny coming from Gaming Prophet here. He's been called out by a lot of folks online, especially by KJN. If you are aware of him online, he loves to get those receipts. He loves to prove it. And when I say prove it, I mean he's got his gamer score from Xbox, and he doesn't play anything. He plays like 1 or 2 games max. You can see their gamer score is zeros across the board, not putting any money where the mouth is there. So a complete fraud. Again, that's where the mental illness comes in. They're frauds. They fake it. They do all this stuff, right? So it is what it is. But just wanted to end it with that. A lot of great salt, a lot of Helldivers salt, a lot of people like I said, super insecure about this, and unfortunate to see. They can't be happy for it. It's on PC too, so it's not like, come on. You have options to play it, so that's a great thing, and great games should be celebrated, simple as that. That being said, we'll wrap up the video here. Again, thank you all for your support. You've been phenomenal. At the time of this recording, we have, 1,164 subscribers out of the 1,500 goal. So thank you so much. Much appreciated. I just don't know what I'd do without your guys' support. You guys are phenomenal, and it just creates that gap of wanting to continue on, right? Keeps doing that, and I'm just beside myself all the time. I don't need to keep wrapping it up every 5 minutes at the end of every video, but I'm still beside myself. I'm still taking it all in. So thank you all so much. We are so close to that 1,500 goal. I know we can hit that. You guys are absolutely rock stars. So thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Get into some Helldivers 2 if you haven't tried it out. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It is a phenomenal game. I would not lead you astray, but just definitely give it a go if you can. That being said, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and remember, don't be a salty batch. All right, guys, take care.